Yeah, I'll react to that, sure. Hey guys. Good afternoon or morning when you see this. Let's go. Watch Mojo UK, top 10 list, British foods that confuse the rest of the world. My name is Connor. I am from Rhode Island, best state in the Union. New England, better England, USA in that order. And I like to learn things and watch stuff alongside you great people. So if you are not subscribed, I'd love for you to do so. Preemptive like, unsubscribe, resubscribe, then I got rid of that. So yeah, original link to the video, top of the description, Discord right below that. And right below that is a new thing for me. I do have a Patreon link. Do not feel I love you guys viewing, subscribing, but if you want, if you would like, if you think I deserve it and you want to contribute a bit more, I'd love that. It's the first time I've ever said that before video. It's a bit awkward. So yeah, don't, whatever. I'm still trying to think about perks for my second level, but probably polls or earlier access to videos. Anyways, let's go.
These dishes really do give food for thought. Welcome to Watch Mojo UK, okay. And today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 British foods that confuse the rest of the world.
Let's do it.
Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we're looking at British foods that baffle foreign visitors, either because their names are misleading or because their ingredients are so unusual, it's a
blood pudding, steak and kidney pie, haggis.
Wonder anyone would choose to eat them. Number 10, Scotch eggs.
I don't think I should have eaten that Scotch egg.
Is that egg with the sausage wrapped around it? Never mind, not important.
This popular British snack consists of a hard-boiled egg enclosed in sausage meat and breadcrumbs. London's Fortnum and Mason department store supposedly invented them in 1738, although other sources claim they originated in Yorkshire. The earliest recipe for Scotch eggs, at least in print, dates back to 1809, which recommended they be served hot with gravy, though they can equally be eaten cold as a picnic food. The taste of Scotch eggs can vary depending on where you eat them as well, with different UK regions using their own local sausages in the dish.
Michael, would you like a miniature Scotch egg?
Oh, not for me, pet. I've got myself a steak and kidney pie.
Number 9, deep fried Mars bars.
Sorry, I shouldn't be surprised. It's not top 10 British foods that discuss the rest of the world. It's that confused, so it doesn't mean that. Okay,
this nation brought the world television, the steam engine, golf, whiskey, penicillin, and of course, the deep-fried Mars bar.
You'll find many unusual foods on a British chip shop menu, from curry sauce to mushy peas, but surely none is stranger than a deep-fried Mars bar.
A chip
These
shop?
calorie-laden snacks are made by dipping a chilled Mars bar into the batter normally used for frying fish, because chocolate isn't fattening enough on its own, right? The snack was apparently invented as a novelty item in the Haven Chip Bar in Scotland before growing in popularity. What will people think of frying next? Pizza? Oh no, wait, they've already done that.
I'm not a huge sweets guy, so.
Oh, Stephen Fry.
Next, pizza? Oh no, wait, they've already done that.
In Glasgow, perhaps the least healthy food ever sold is the deep-fried pork sausage kebab.
Number 8, black pudding. It might have pudding in the name, but most people will be disappointed if they got served this for dessert. This sausage is typically made from a mixture of congealed pig's blood, lard, and oatmeal, and is usually eaten fried on toast or as part of a full English breakfast.
So blood pudding and black pudding are same thing?
It says black pudding's in it. Black puddings are no good to us.
Lemon cheesecake, it is not. Black pudding is most likely to have originated from times of hardship, when butchers would use every last part of an animal for food. And whilst it might not be to everyone's taste, it was acclaimed as a superfood in 2016. Number 7, mince pies. Originally, these short crust pastry pies were made with real mincemeat, but nowadays the filling is a mixture of dry fruit, peel, and the type of animal fat called suet. Eaten at Christmas, the pies are commonly.
But why did you change it? It sounded so good.
Crust pastry pies were made with real mincemeat.
Mincemeat, that sounds amazing.
But nowadays, the filling is a mixture of dry fruit, peel, and the type of animal fat called suet.
You replace it with
Eaten
fruit?
at Christmas, the pies are commonly spiced with cinnamon, cloves, and nutmeg to represent the gifts presented to Jesus by the 3 wise men. Visitors to the UK are often put off by this dessert's name, but that's not necessarily a bad thing, is it? It just means that there's more left for the rest of us.
Mince pie, anyone?
Number 6, Bubble and Squeak.
Bubble
Squeak? It's piping hot.
This traditionally British dish is typically made from the leftovers of the equally traditional Sunday roast. Potatoes and cabbage are its core ingredients, but other vegetables can be added, such as carrots and Brussels sprouts. The possibilities are pretty much endless here. The potatoes are mashed into the cooked cabbage, then fried in a pan and eaten hot. The name bubble and squeak is said to come from the sound the ingredients make while they are cooking in the pan, and not from the effect they have on the diner's stomach when they reach it. Number 5. Toad in the pan, and not from the effect they have on the diner's stomach when they reach it.
Give me that. I love everything in there. That looks amazing. I want that.
Number 5. Toad in the hole. Yorkshire pudding, a humble batter made from eggs, flour and milk or water, was voted the top British regional dish in 2016, beating Cornish pasties and scones and cream. Or is that scones? But toad in the hole only increased...
Oh, that was so hilarious. If my grandmother had wheels, she'd be a bike.
...is the delicious factor by adding sausages to the dish. As for the origins of its admittedly pretty left-field name, some people suggest that frogs were once included in the dish, and others that the finished meal looks a bit like toads submerged in mud. And honestly, what could be more appetizing than that?
Does toad offend you?
No, but sausage in the hole sounds fantastic.
Number 4. Steak and kidney pie.
You guys, fast forward if you want. I didn't understand that one. Fast forward to number 4 if you want.
Make while they are cooked and eaten hot. The name bubble and squeak on the diner's stomach when made from eggs, flour and... Number 5. Toad in the hole. Yorkshire pudding, a humble batter made from eggs, flour and milk or water, was voted the top British regional dish in 2016, beating Cornish pasties and scones and cream. Or is that scones? But toad in the hole only increases the delicious factor by adding sausages to the dish. As for the origins of its admittedly pretty left-field name, some people suggest that frogs were once included in the dish, and others that the finished meal looks a bit like toads submerged in mud. And honestly, what could be more appetizing than that?
Does toad offend you?
No, but sausage in the hole sounds fantastic.
Number 4. Steak and kidney.
Fast forward again. I don't get it. What is this?
Batter made from eggs, flour and... Number 5.
I don't want to hear it. Go fast forward to 6.
Toad in the hole. Yorkshire pudding, a humble batter made from eggs, flour and milk or water.
So eggs, flour, and milk.
Water was voted the top British regional dish in
eggs, flour, and milk.
2016, beating Cornish pasties and scones and cream. Or is that scones? But toad in the hole only increases the delicious factor by adding sausages.
So it's eggs, flour, and milk for the sort of bready pastry, added with red onions, which I love, and sausages. That's delicious too, but damn.
To the dish. As for the origins of its admittedly pretty left-field name, some people suggest that frogs were once included in the dish, and others that the finished meal
seems like
looks a bit
souse.
like toads submerged in mud. And honestly, what could be more appetizing
there you go.
That?
Does toad offend you?
No, but sausage in the hole sounds fantastic.
Sausage in the hole.
Number 4. Steak and kidney pie. Steak in a pie? Sounds great. The kidneys, though, take a bit more explaining. Of course, offal is hardly unique to Britain. When you consider, though, that the function of an animal's kidney is to produce urine, it makes it particularly hard to see why anyone would spoil a steak pie by adding them in.
That's immediately what I thought when when it comes to organs. I know a lot are eaten, liver, heart, intestines sometimes, but I always thought the kidney was like being what its function is. It was like the
into it. In Victorian times, oysters were used instead to bulk out the pie, but when shellfish prices rose, kidneys took their place. And surprisingly, the pies are still hugely popular in Britain, not least on football stadium terraces.
Steak and kidney pie, steak and kidney pie.
Number 3.
Don't get me wrong, guys. I apologize if I have any involuntary or whatever. I'm always up to try anything at least once.
3. Spotted dick.
Spotted dick.
Britain has more than its fair share of unusual desserts, with bread and butter pudding providing a particularly perfect example. But nothing raises eyebrows quite like the sweet suet pudding known as spotted dick.
I'm not a raisin fan.
The spotted part of the name comes from the dried fruits added to the dish, but the dick part is more of a mystery, and it is hard to... Really,
man? The dick part is more of a mystery? Did you have to... I have the mind of a 13-year-old, I'm sorry.
Think of a more off-putting name for an after-dinner treat. Owing to this, in 2018, the dessert was reportedly renamed Spotted Richard in the Houses of Commons restaurant to spare diners' blushes.
That looks nothing like my spotted dick.
Right.
Number 2, haggis. The national dish of Scotland, this savoury pudding is made from the minced heart, liver and lungs of a sheep, together with oatmeal and suet.
So it's heart, liver, and lungs of the sheep encased in its bladder.
Made from the minced heart, liver, haggis. The national dish of Scotland, this savoury pudding is made from the minced heart, liver and lungs of a sheep, together with oatmeal and suet. It used to be boiled in the sheep's own stomach, but nowadays it is usually cooked in an artificial casing.
Well, why do you have to get rid of the stomach?
Instead, it may look like something created for a dare, yet fans of the dish compare its taste to peppery meatloaf. Americans in particular seem confused by this food, with a 2003 survey suggesting a third of Scotland's US visitors thought haggis was a kind of animal.
No, go easy on the wee one. His father's gonna go crazy and chop them all into haggis.
What's haggis?
Boy, you read my thoughts.
Number 1, beans on toast. This classic dish.
This was it's interesting, but like I don't know why my mind is so blown. It sounds like it would be very good, and honestly, I would have it. It just seems like you'd have to eat it fast, or else the toast is gonna get soggy. And I feel like cold beans on soggy toast would not be very good. But I mean, this seems like a good thing. I would, if I had these on my plate with an English breakfast, I'd definitely do it.
Is arguably the nation's favourite, with Brits getting through a staggering 2 million tins of beans every single day. Baked beans are also often eaten as part of a fry-up or on jacket potatoes, but in the hearts of the great British public, nothing beats simply adding them to toast. On jacket potatoes, but in the day. Baked beans are also often eaten as part of a fry-up or on jacket potatoes, but in the hearts of the great British public, nothing beats simply
what are jack and potatoes?
Or on jacket potatoes, but in the hearts of the great British public, nothing beats simply adding them to toast. Or, if you're feeling particularly adventurous, you could always grate a little cheese on top. Considering the meal's simplicity, it's fair to say that most non-Brits struggle to understand the reason for its immeasurable popularity. Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo UK, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos. In its tracks and grabbed hold of public attention.
I'm gonna do this after. Cool video. Sorry if I went on a few rants. I told you to fast forward. If I see one comment saying, "Yeah, it's great, man, but you're so..." See you guys.